The threat of West Nile virus may be spreading in metro Atlanta tonight. DeKalb County just confirmed 2 mosquito traps tested positive. The traps were in the Redan and Doraville communities. This comes on the heels of mosquitoes in Atlanta's Grant Park neighborhood testing positive for the virus. CDC health officials stress that there are still no human cases of West Nile in DeKalb, Atlanta, or anywhere in Georgia yet. West Nile can cause mild flu-like symptoms, but in rare cases, it can develop into a severe, life-threatening neurological disease.